Thank you, Madam Angel. May I ask the head of our bank secretariat, Engineer Manuel Lobinsito Jr., to please take the roll call.
Present for today's pre conference, our top chairman, Engineer Wilson Manungsong,
Person.
back vice chairman, Engineer Oscar Kirimit, back members, Engineer Alfredo Amandre, Engineer Manueles, and Engineer David Palaganas. For the technical working group, headed by Engineer Renal Barrera, Architect Ramilisin, Engineer Marvin Nicolas, and Engineer Jan Aymar Flores. For the back secretariat, headed by yours truly, Engineer Manuel De Vincido Jr., with back secretariat member, Mr. Rolando Manuel. Since the majority of the back members are present, there is a quorum.
Thank you, Sir Manny. Today's procurement activity is the pre-bid conference of 5 projects with contract ID 24AI0025, construction of flood control structure along Tagamusing and Allied River, Binalonan, Pangasinan. Package 8 with an ABC of 49 million. The second project with contract ID 24AI0026, construction of flood control structure along Tagamusing and Allied River, Binalonan, Pangasinan. Package 9 with an ABC of 49 million. The third project with contract ID 24AI0027, construction of flood control structure along Tagamusing and Allied River, Binalonan, Pangasinan, also with an ABC of 49 million pesos. The next project with contract ID 24AI0028, construction of road at Barangay Moreno, Binalonan, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 6,930,000 pesos. The last project, for the sixth project, the last project was with contract ID 24AI0029, construction of road at Barangay Santa Maria Norte, Binalonan, Pangasinan, with an ABC of 6,930,000. This pre-bid conference is being conducted for contracts to be bid with an ABC of 1 million and above. This is to discuss, clarify, and explain, among others, the eligibility requirements of the contract to be bid. This is also to give the prospective bidders a chance to clarify other issues relating to the contract and the project. However, attendance is not mandatory for the prospective bidders, but we assume that they are watching live streaming on our electronic account. At this juncture, may I call on the head of the technical working group, Engineer Barrera, to discuss the eligibility, technical, and financial requirements of the contract to be bid.
We will now discuss the eligibility requirements document to be submitted by the bidders. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically/online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in BDS ITV Clause 21 as per DO 87, Series of 2020. Electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contracts. All electronic bids must be sent to the email address electronicbids_pangasinan3rd@dpwh.gov.ph. Each bidder shall submit one original copy of the first and second components of its bid. Checklist of technical and financial documents. For technical proposal, Class A documents, legal documents. Valid PhilDIPS registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. For technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. special pickup license in case of joint venture, and registration for the type and cost of contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security, if in the form of surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. And the bid validity period and bid security validity period should be 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security as enumerated below. For cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, and bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank, the amount of bid security should not be less than 2% of ABC, while for surety bond, variable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company, duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, the amount of bid security should not be less than 5% of ABC. Project requirements. We shall include the following. Organizational chart for the contract to be bid. List of contractors' key personnel, for example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foreman, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience date. For project manager, project engineer, and foreman, the minimum years of similar experience should be 5 years, while for materials engineer, he or she should be at least DPWA certified materials engineer 1. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and are under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment, lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. An original signed omnibus sworn statement, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture by giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity NFCC is equal to current assets minus current liabilities multiplied by 15 minus the value of unfinished projects, including awarded projects but not yet started, coinciding with the contract to be bid. For Class B documents, if applicable, the Design Joint Venture Agreement, GVA, in accordance with RA number 56566 and its IRR, in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provision of the GVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For financial proposal, original of valid signed and accomplished financial bid form and other documentary requirements under RA 9184, original of valid signed bid prices and the bill of quantities, value accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating and cash flow by quarter. Criteria and procedure for detailed evaluation of bids and eligibility post-qualification and award. The financial component of bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections, for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid prices which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of bid prices. First one is completeness. No price in required item, non-complying, indicating a zero or a dash, free to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including more applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. Arithmetical corrections. Bid prices in figures versus words. Words prevails. Total price versus unit price per item. Unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items. Actual prevails. Unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ. Latter prevails. If above ABC, non-complying. Post-qualification. verification of legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, and non-inclusion in the blacklist. For technical requirements, single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract, key personnel, minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied, availability and commitment of major construction equipment, failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific bidder's automatic location with their own lease or under purchase agreement shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security per DO 58 series of 2012. Performance in ongoing government and private contracts. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair work and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance in the prescribed date after the receipt of the notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract term and conditions at the time of inspection. Liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor. DO 127 series of 2018 strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH, authenticity and correctness of bid security. For financial requirements, audited financial statement, especially current assets and liabilities, up-to-date value of all outstanding or uncompleted works under ongoing and unawarded contracts, updated NFCC versus ABC, notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that first, the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and second, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. This certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. Contract of award. The contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed by the successful bidder in writing within 10 days upon receipt thereof in accordance with Section 37.2.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. Common reasons for rejection of bids and eligibility and post-disqualification bidder. Failure to submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission, indicating the name of the project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. And failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form. Late submission of bid, failure to submit supporting documents, for example, certification of availability of equipment, negative slippage in the ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of two or more projects, unsatisfactory CPS rating, incomplete pages of bid documents, either for technical and financial, regarding authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. For single proprietor, the signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, it should be board secretary's certificate and board resolution. For your joint venture resolution of agreement. And for partnership, as indicated in the articles of partnership. That's all, sir.
Thank you very much, Engineer Barrera. To further elaborate on the project's technical aspect or component, the first three project, which is flood control, will be discussed by Engineer Marvin Nicolas, and the last two projects, which is the roads, will be discussed maybe by Architect Isip. Good morning, sir.
Basically, contract data, na contract ID number for the first project, 24AI0025, the contract name, construction of flood control, structure along Tagamusing and Alat River, Binalonan, Pangasinan, Package A. The scope of work and item description, construction of equipment. So the approved budget for the contract ABC with an amount of 49 million, the contract duration 201 calendar days. The second project, basic contract data, contract ID number 24AI0026. The contract name, construction of flood control structure along Tagamusing and Allied River, Binalonan, Pangasinan, Package 9. The scope of work and item description, construction of revetment. The approved budget for the contract EBC, 49 million. The contract duration, 201 calendar days. The third project, contract ID number 24AI0027. The contract name, construction of flood control structure along Tagamusing and Allied River, Binalonan, Pangasinan, Package 10. The scope of work and item description, construction of the vehicle. The approved budget for the contract ABC, 49 million, and the contract duration, 201 calendar days.
For the fourth project, the technical component contract ID for 24AI0028, construction of road by Moreno, Binalonan, Pangasinan. Scope of work and item description, concreting of road with a length of 0.692 kilometers, width of 5 meters, and 4 meters with a thickness of 200 millimeter, including installation of solar activity street light. Pro budget for the contract is 6,130,000 pesos. For the contract duration, 54 calendar days. Fifth project, contract number 24AI0029. Contract name, construction of road. That's Barangay Santa Maria Norte, Binalonan, Pangasinan. Scope of work and the description, concreting road with a length of 0.692 kilometers, width of 5 meters and 4 meters, with the thickness of 200 millimeter, including installation of solar and LED street light. The pro budget for the contract is 6,930,000 pesos. For the contract duration, for 54 calendar days. And for the schedule of receipt and opening bids, which will be on November 3, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at DPWH Conference Room, Tumana Rosales, Pangasinan. And for the submission of electronic bids for the DPWH portal, electronic bids _ Pangasinan third at dpwh.gov.ps. For live streaming or YouTube account, it's https://www.youtube.com/dpwh/third.do. That's for all.
Thank you, Engineer Nicolas and Architect Isip. For further details, the prospective bidders can get a copy of the minutes of the pre-bid conference upon the written request not later than 5 days. Are there any issues and concerns before we end this pre-bid conference? So is there any motion to move for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference? In view of the motion of Engineer Oscar Kirimit and duly seconded by Engineer Alfredo Amandre, and no objection by Engineer Raymond Jones, I hereby declare this pre-bid conference